Welcome, everybody. My name is Danny Ross, and I'm your co-host for this edition of the AI Workstation. We're going to continue the education of the team on the whole project. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host for him to do his intro. Welcome. Go ahead, Joel.
Hey, thank you, Danny. Danny is traveling again, so he's on the road doing training for 1000 XAI, which is a good thing because they are doing a lot of exciting things, and we get the benefit of the newest and latest developments. I think this group is on the leading edge because things we were doing, it provides I think, a segue into the training that 1000 XAI is doing, especially in the terms of building apps, bots, agentics, and trying to monetize them. And so that's what Dane was sharing, that's the next train come up. And that's very important because what's the whole point of what we're doing? We're trying to build these applications. And so because of that, and I just want to reaffirm today's goals, and that is to continue the development and refinement of Pastor Friedman's app. We're going to focus a little bit on the prompt code functionality that Christina is working with. We also have some, just basic housekeeping maintenance, stability issues that we've noticed in working these different separate applications. And a lot of times I think there's so many apps in there that a lot of people don't even use, probably a large percentage of them, which I'm just now going in and starting to use. And I've always wanted to know what the AI doc creator app was. So I finally created an AI doc, and it's actually was pretty powerful. It took me some time to put together in terms of this training. We want to encourage open communication, especially anybody dealing with issues or bugs. We're not just building the tools, we're trying to build trust into this process. When we test the different apps, specifically with Pastor Freeman, we want to make sure that the response that comes out of it is reflective of what they would advise, consult, or information that they would provide to a potential client. A lot of times you don't try things new live in a demo. A couple of days ago, I did reach out to Pastor Freeman and went through his app. I asked him some questions like we did based on what Christina has already done in the app. And we had some pretty good results. There were a few things, and we reported those back. Just to recap, the knowledge base library, that's very important. And so the purpose of today's dive, we wanted to look at the prompt codes module.
Joel, it looks like you broke up a little bit. Is everybody hearing Joel okay? Let me.
Share my screen.
Okay. Joel, I'm going to make you host since my signal may be weak.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
This is our build piece and it's for Pastor Freeman. Last meeting last week, Danny created this prompt coach and it was already integrated with Pastor Freeman website. But the problem, so I created all of I continued the process with all of the other application here. But the problem is these AI apps that I generated has something wrong with the results. For example, this prompt
Christina
coach.
sent it to you. Look for an email from Christina.
The problem is this is for prompt coach. The thing that I noticed here is that it stored the history of, like, I tested it last time and I noticed that the the thing that I did last time was just a test, but it is like it's not refreshing. The default should be empty, but it is not refreshing this panel, even if it's newly opened. I'm thinking, why is this app storing the history of the user? I am not sure how to fix this because
Well,
it's
let's
kind of,
yep, scroll back up.
yeah.
Scroll all the way up. Okay, put in a new session here. Answer the questions. Yeah, exactly. Do another set of questions. Ask a new question. Mhm. Just click on submit. You don't have to, yeah, just click submit. There you go. To answer your question, generally speaking, this is an input-output app. The thread will keep the history below, so you can refer
Yeah.
back to different ones. For example, you just put in a new, so the blank part that you're expecting is at the top. You enter a new one, you can see that one, and then as you scroll down, you can see the history of the other ones you've put in.
I think
It'll
it's
wipe it.
done.
No, that's what I'm saying. It'll move on. And this is your session right now. You can download it, copy it, whatever you need to do, but you enter a new one at the top. It's clean every time you come in. It's empty every time.
Is it because it's showing on my end? I'm not sure if it is going to show up on the other user if they are going to see any history here, or it will be an empty inputs panel. Can you try?
Somebody else, let's have somebody else try it out. Drop the link in the chat and I'll go there.
Hold on.
It should be blank
Uh,
because it's keeping it because that's yours.
I am not going to share this one that doesn't have Captcha because you will not be able to log in to use it without logging into the app. This one has Captcha. I'm going to share it to our.
Yeah, that's
It's almost
There
like
you go.
it's almost like the big dream generator, how it stores up the things. And I thought it was,
it's exactly like that.
yep.
All right, let me share my screen. Hold on a minute.
Hey, Danny, is Pastor Friedman trying to get in? I'm looking for him. There he is. Okay. I got it. I did it.
Yeah,
I,
you're the most.
now I realize that I had control. Got it.
All right, let's find my screen. I only have one. Share sound, just share. All right, this calendar. Man, I got a ton of stuff. Let's see. I just opened it up. There we go. As you can see, I just opened it up here and
Okay, nice. It's
yeah,
empty.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like the other input-output apps. Your past threads are going to remain there, and then, as you go through, you're going to be bumping them down.
Okay. Yes. Another question.
Sure.
Because I'm trying to add a background image to each application. For example, this prompt coach. I tried not this one, this with the Bible study
Stop sharing. You can
app.
grab it back. Go ahead. You go ahead and share.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Pastor Friedman, how you doing today? If you're speaking, you're on mute.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Good evening, Danny, and all.
Hey, how's it going?
All is well. All is well.
We were just walking through a few instances of your bots, and Tina was about to show us another question that she had. We're developing, sharing the development process and the troubleshooting process as well. We just solved one,
Oh,
and now we're working on another.
for example, I wanted to modify this application here. I'm going to customize the app. Sorry, it has a lot of history. Because
Okay.
I'm trying to like modify the app, but sometimes I'm having a hard time to modify it. I'm trying to like add image, like for example, add a background image of a scene of, like for example, what is this sermon? Oh, for example, this is just like an example of sermon research assistant. I can maybe add an image of a pastor preaching. Okay, then I'll send it. The problem I'm getting is that most of the time I get a different background, not the one that I asked.
I gotcha. What you're probably going to want to do is generate an image and then try dragging it in there.
I was trying to copy or add an image, but there is no option.
Right, I got you. Let me take a look here. Let's see what it tries to do. Basically, what you're doing is every time you do something, you break the previous one. You can also say to it, do not change anything else on the screen, because every time you add something, you're breaking something else. Be specific with the AI. Tell it, do not change anything else just add this. We can take a look, but there's another way to, I'm trying to remember. We'll figure this out together. Why are you not doing it through the fields that it offers? I'm just curious.
Oh, which one?
Okay, good.
It didn't change anything.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's actually good because you don't want it to break anything. Okay, let's go. Let's see. You have that part. Okay, go back out of here. Go ahead and get out of here. Hit back and go back. Yeah, close anyway. All right, what I'm talking about. Whoops. Request remote control. There you go. That way we don't have to keep swapping back and forth to share. All right, cool. Scroll a little for me. Which app are we modifying?
Our sermon research assistant.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. If you click the gears instead of going into the AI, in other words, trying to modify it with the AI, but
Yes.
you don't want to do that because it's hit or miss. The AI is good at
Oh.
developing the actual app and the form and things that you're going to use, and it did a really good job on it, and we were happy with it. But what you are actually trying to change is the app setting. Hit the gear, and that gives you that old school way to get at it. Now you can just, so for example, the background, you can change the colors or you can do an image. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought you'd like that. And then down below, you can also, sorry, I'm trying to use the touchpad here. Okay, right here, you can click to add a banner. It just scrolled right by. There we go. You can click here and upload a banner. That'll be across the top like the big dream generator. Or you can embed an image for a background or change the colors on the background. And you would do it in the gear box, not in the other one. This is
Thank you.
manual control. It's a lot easier. That's why I said, well, I'm doing it the hard way.
I actually maybe I'm absent or absent-minded when you are talking about this last week or
That's okay.
I didn't notice that. I never tried opening the setting
Yeah.
gear.
Yeah, that's where you want to do that. It's a lot easier, faster, and better for your blood pressure. Do it there. All right, what's the next question?
Yeah, this is the one that I noticed because the prompt coach, Joel asked me to delete or remove the Captcha. I was able to remove it on the app here,
Okay.
but when I tried to attach it to the page, it will be embedded. The embedded code will be attached, but the problem is when you open this module, it will prompt you like you are not allowed to access this page.
Right. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but when I try to use the other one with the CAPTCHA, it will open even if I'm in incognito browser. It will not be in public mode unless we add the CAPTCHA.
Understood. And that is actually a good thing because you don't want other people to link bots to your app because it costs money when you do the embed. I'm pretty sure the developers put that in for that purpose. Now, here's a question. How are we going to use this wonderful page that we built? In other words, is it going to be a feature benefit of being in Pastor Freeman's white label, or are you trying to make this a standalone endeavor?
In this particular case, it's a standalone endeavor for Pastor Friedman exclusively. Later on, like you said, when we look at monetizing other apps, it could be, but the use case would be, as we talked about earlier, people who have not really worked with AI. And that's why we asked them, what do you want to do? I want to write a sermon. Then the prompt coach can help you write a sermon. Maybe you'll say, okay, in what style do you write that sermon? It helps step you through creating content.
And that's fine. Then the sacrifice might be you have to have them use the capture because that protects both of you. In other words, people can't set up bots to run that GPT without at least proving that they're human and not a bot. Because you don't,
Sure.
that costs money. You don't want it to just be wandering around out there with no idea who these people are. The other way to do that, I'm just trying to think through a few ways. The other way we can do this, and
Here's the use case. When I was demoing the bot to Pastor Friedman a couple of days ago, use the prompt codes. The captcha just kept popping up,
oh,
and we had to get through it like 4 or 5 times. He's like, "Is this a thing?" And I didn't want it for him, so I asked Christina, "Can we put it on the front end
yeah,
instead of somewhere else?"
Christina, show me where did it add the captcha? Was that something that the AI did by itself?
So it was actually AI generated every time I create a new app with that kind of information or something like that. It will add a captcha automatically. And then
Did Famous
uh,
add the captcha? That's what I'm asking.
what is that? You break
Oh, sorry. Did Famous add the captcha or
the Bilbis
okay, go back.
AI generator.
All right, go back there and open up that particular app and let's take a look at it.
Which one?
Go back to the prompt coach and go into the AI. Look.
Actually, this one doesn't have captcha anymore.
Oh, okay.
I already deleted it, but the I'm wondering why the shared link and the embedded code has captcha, but this one doesn't have.
Okay, so this one doesn't have, but you said it requires you to log in to BillBiz though.
Yes, if I attached it to the famous AI, it will require like login, or it doesn't give me any login window. It will just say you are not allowed to access this. I don't have any option like if I'm going to log in or not. It's just an error. When I try to use the link, like it has a shareable link here, the one that I shared on our group chat, like for, yes, if I try to open it in a incognito form, of course I'm not logged into our build biz, it will still open because it has a captcha in here.
Let me see.
Yeah, it will show up with captcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just a slow internet.
No way.
Look, it has captcha.
But it's only asking you to click on it. You don't have to do the six window thing.
Go through the process, Christina. Just go ahead and show what it does.
Oh,
Just do another
Yeah.
one.
But just type anything in there. I want to learn how to pray or something.
Yeah. Now, let me ask a question. When you were doing it, Joel, were you in incognito mode or regular mode?
I was in regular mode. I was just doing it straight off the bot that Christina created when I demoed it.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me see what it does. Just say, how do I pray or something. That's fine. Time, human. Yeah. All right. Skip that for now. Just skip it and get out of it. Oh, that's fine. All right. Yeah. We don't want that much friction. I agree. Interesting. Did you ever connect the app to the Famous app? In other words, to the
yeah.
landing page? Let me see what it looks like on the landing page.
I wasn't able to attach the new one yesterday because I'm out of the limit. I
Oh,
could just do it again. Do you want me to add
oh, I
it right
see.
now?
Are you still using the free one? Is that what it was?
Yeah. We're just using free one.
All right. All right. That's fine. All right. No, that's fine. Do me a favor, click on publish there. Go back.
Here.
Yeah, click on publish on the right. Hit publish and then go to manage. Scroll down. Joel, do you have a domain for this?
No, we don't. Not yet.
Grab the
So
link and throw it in the chat for me, Christina, please. Just click the button to get it. Yep. And drop it in the chat.
can we use the nonprofit.ai domain?
You can use any domain you want. Just create another subdomain.
I would prefer if we could use a Chemic Group domain. Is that possible? Or a subdomain for Chemic Group?
Yeah, you can use any domain.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like for it to have an extension, Chemic Group extension, if possible.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. All right. I see the link here. All right. I'm going to copy that. And you can stop sharing, Tina. And I will share my desktop. All right. So let's go ahead and see, we want Chrome. All right, so we're going to do a Chrome window. All right, so we have Chrome here. Da, 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 da. That's what we were talking about last week. All right, let me refresh this. All right, it's refreshing. Give it a second. Yeah, we had dropped that in, and you had since then gotten rid of that one, right? Yeah, that's fine. Let me actually go to the one you just did, because there's been many an update since. All right, the site was made with Framus.ai. All right, cool. Now, where does this link go to, Tina?
Actually, I removed the link already.
Oh, okay. The prompt coach link doesn't have a link right now, correct?
Yeah, because it doesn't work last night.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to clone this app for right this second. And we can at least just experiment while we kind of go from there. Give it a second. There we go. Now we have that. And then you're logged in BuildBiz as Joel.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second, everyone. Sorry. Not that guy. That guy. And sign in. All righty. Rocking and rolling. All right. Dun, 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 dun. So app, AI app builder. And we're just going into the AI app builder so I can take a look at where we are. We have prompt coach. Actually, I think I can go either way, get to the bottom of the page. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. We have the share link, the embed link, and the pop-up button code. You tried the share link or the embed code? I'm just trying to make sure which one you tried.
Both, but those links have Captcha, so it will open.
Yeah, but the captcha is what we're trying to eliminate.
Okay, I used both links and embed code. It works either.
This is the pop-up chat wizard. That's interesting. Open app. Text code, open app, preview, copy embed code. They keep adding new functions. This wasn't here too long ago. That's a new one. All right, so we'll play with that later. Button style, modal style. Interesting. We have to play with it. Challenge. If we take this, embed it, it's going to open, but you're going to get a captcha. We don't want the captcha. Let's go back a step and go into our AI friend loading conversation. In here, did you tell it to take out the captcha?
You're in the wrong app.
Okay.
The second one.
Yep, prompt coach. Somewhere in here, you told it to take out the captcha?
Yeah, but I already deleted the conversation.
Okay. So the challenge
Yeah.
is take out the captcha, then the app requires you to log in.
Mm-hmm.
Still is. Interesting. Let's try this. Should be interesting. Huh. This one does not have captcha, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. We'll just do 2 experiments and then I'll have to go to a more drastic solution. I want you to remove the requirement for the user to log into buildbiz.ai in order to use this app. Period. I want the user to be able to run this app on any website external of buildbiz.ai. Here's to see what we get. La -di -da 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 -da. The other thing we'll do is we'll take a peek at the code, see if we can find where the Captcha information is at, or the requirement to log in is at. The other security way we can do it is we can create the ability for people to log into the famous app. And I'm curious to see if that's enough to remove the restriction for the Captcha. That's a possibility as well. And then the third option is we take a look at doing this and using a different LLM. We can still train a database of information based on Pastor Friedman's works, and then use another LLM to do the agentic responses. And that's a more drastic approach. I would prefer not to do it that way, but if we have to, we'll go that way. Because originally when we were building this, my intent was, or thought process was, that the famous app was going to get embedded as an external app into the platform. In other words, people would be a member of BuildBiz. None of this other stuff would be required. Okay. The nice thing about famous.ai is you can build any app and then make it available fully embedded into the platform. There's no other security restrictions and requirements. All right, before the form field, use the session, and what do you want to do now? Each field label is human friendly. What are you wanting to do today? No other parts of the were changed. All right, so that's what it says it did. We'll see. All right, so I like that the new versions buttons. That's nice. And then here's the code buttons. Let's see. We got the input fields, possible responses, variables, input fields, React. Yes, it's a React app. One of the really fun things you can do is copy all of this code, drop it into, so there's a create element there. Oops, field fetching loader. One of the things you can do, again, I love AI because you never have to really know what you're doing. You can just copy all of this code, take it over to ChatGPT, dump it into ChatGPT, and say, look, here's what it's doing, here's what I don't want it to do. And then it'll give you a new set of code and so on and so forth. Because you have access to edit the code, you can do something like that. Again, mileage may vary with that approach, because if you're in the code, you can break it. Let me just refresh that in everybody's minds. If you're in the code, you can break it. That's not my first choice. That's why I said we're going to try some other things first. Okay. All right, we have this now, and we'll publish this. If I can get this out of my way. I got a little Zoom window in the way. All right, I'm publishing that code, and then we're done, and go back into prompt coach. We're gonna get the new, and which one were you using? The share link to bring them in?
Yeah, if I use the share link, it will open to a new window. If I use embedded code, it will open on the same window like a pop-up.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting behavior. Okay. They both work. It's just a different approach. Okay, let's try the embed code first. I'm kind of curious. We'll bring this over here. What do you have in here? Do you have the link or the?
I remove both links on prompt coach in the sermon research assistant because I attached it previously but didn't work. I removed both.
Okay,
No links there.
nothing's there. Okay, fair enough. All right. So let's try the embed code. Let me put this in here. Let me create a little quick prompt. Hold on a second. Under the section prompt coach, when a user clicks the Explorer module, I want you to use this embed code as the action for the button. And just to be 1000% sure, who has a Mac? Refresh memory control. Give me 1 second here, guys. Too many windows, too many windows. I'm bringing up something on my iPad here. I don't have my normal efficient system. 1 more second. What I was looking for. Let's see. It's taking the whole thing. I don't want the whole thing. Give me 1 more second here. Full screen. And so 17. That's not what I want. Why did I do that? Normally I would take a mini screenshot. Trying to figure that out right now. Let's see. It's playing around with that command. We'll give it a second, see what we get this time around. Yeah. All right. Other than this, is there anything else as far as app issues?
Is it okay if it's still app issue?
Is it still well?
If it is still AI app issue, is it okay if I ask another question?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead and ask another question while it's thinking. Go ahead.
The other app called Visual Studio, it is actually a photo editor, and it seems that the application I created is not working properly because it is not detecting the upload image that I used. For example, I upload an image and then I ask the app to add the scripture overlay on the image, and then it will submit, and then the result will give you a different image. It didn't use my image. I'm not sure how I can fix that.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a look. My internet connection is not stable. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Which app were you using, you said?
Visual. That is also an AI app.
Okay, you created this app. And
Yes.
what is this app going to
It's a photo editor, and it will add graphics and then a visual scripture overlaid.
do?
No, I
That is
see
the
you.
app. But it doesn't use the image that I uploaded.
But it is
It
working.
will give you an AI generated suggested image and not use the one that you uploaded.
Interesting.
And the only thing is that because the text and wordings are too long, because scriptures usually are long, and AI does actually, you said that it will be perfect if it is below 3 words, but if it is long, it will not spell properly.
You're not necessarily running into a bug. That may be more of a feature in that from a design point of view, you might have to rethink the design of your app, meaning what it is that you're trying to get the app to do. The picture upload, not using your picture upload is definitely a bug. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I think the AI is also trying to tell you, getting AI to put a lot of text on top of an image is troublesome in itself. It's asking me to sign in, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Let me publish this. All right, so we have the app. Whoa, that was bizarre. Let's try this again. Okay, let's see what we get. Bible study. Let's see. Oh, there's the captcha. They're still there. Interesting. Okay, let's try something here. Let's go here. Want you to remove Captcha CPTCHA Captcha from the prompt coach embedded. I want to use the app without Captcha.
That's what I did yesterday.
Yeah, no, I got it. That's why you ran out of credits.
Yes.
This is the Ask Pastor Friedman. I think you're going to have to use a different approach for the image generator or image scripture generator app. We'll probably have to make that something you build in Famous because you are not doing anything in that one that requires the Pastor Freeman knowledge base. Let me back up a step. Does the image generator app generate the scripture as well as giving you the ability to upload the picture?
It's because the application set on the famous.ai website, it is really set. It is an app that generates image. You'll need to upload image and then it will create the graphics with the scripture. That's why the application I created was like that. It is not going to work with long words, just like we've discussed before. It is just fine if it's like 3 words or the longest one is 4 words.
Okay, okay. Yeah, 4 words is fine. It's optimal. Nope, I don't want all of that. Oops. I get every line. Good. It should have a download option on this, but it does not, at least not that I see. All right, shift, full keyboard. Need a full keyboard. Use the shortcuts. Control C. Man, my internet is slow here. Yeah. Every now and again, it'll just flash at me. Your internet is not, it's not solid. I want to remove the requirement for Captcha. This code. Let's see if it can find it. Let us take a look. You're typically looking at a capture. Your product code doesn't contain any, so it's being generated. It's interesting. The capture is being somewhere near. It's likely happening outside this component. That's what I was thinking because I didn't see any capture either. It's a function of when the embed code is called, it's looking for one or the other. Fascinating. It wants me to create a new super base. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm curious as to why it wants a new super base, but that's interesting. It does go back to some of the stuff I was talking about. All right, what's my time frame here? Okay, I got literally a minute to go. Here's what I'm going to do. I will continue working on this Captcha issue, and I'm happy to see if I can figure this out for you guys. I have to jump for another call. I made Joel the host, so I think this will work in that I can jump off and you guys can keep going. But yeah, ChatGPT agrees with me that there's no actual Captcha here. I'm having Famous try to remove it from the embed process, and it looks like it's trying to create a database to throw something into. And so it might give us a requirement to log in. It's adding a component where the true Captcha equal true parameter is turned on. It's trying to fake out the Captcha. That's fascinating. Okay, well, maybe that'll work. I don't know. Let's see what happens there. The AI is trying to figure out a way around AI. You got to love this stuff. As I said, though, I will keep working on this to see if I can make it to do what we want it to do. Let me send the team a quick note that I'll be a few minutes late to jump on the other call because I do want to at least see if we're able to get this to work. Okay. And remember,
That's okay. Danny, thanks. I can take it from here.
I'm just going to see if this actually works or not.
Okay.
And then I'm going to jump over. I'm just curious myself here. Let's see. There's the thing, and let's see, there's the question. Nope, still there. This I am human thing is still here.
Is that a question you can take to the deal people?
Right now, I'm not going to be on with them, so I wouldn't be able
Okay.
to.
Right. Well, we can go ahead.
It's a reasonable security thing that it's trying to do. So we're trying to break security, which is never a good idea, but that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I understand, and I know there's a purpose, but in the use case, as we're developing this, the client,
You're absolutely correct. The user experience is horrible.
yeah, user
So,
experience, yeah, yes.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, I agree with you.
So anyway, we just
But
want to know.
what we might have to do is go the other route. Like I said, instead of using the BuildBiz AI to do this, because it's requiring you to log in, those are your two philosophy challenges. You're going to have to say, either we're going to just build this app into the platform, so all the users have to be a member of AI Workstation, or if you want to keep this completely separate and outside of it, then we need to build it using a different LLM. Those are your choices. And the way that we would do that is we'd get an OpenAI key, for example, or a Claude key. It doesn't really matter which AI you use. And we would build a knowledge base in Supabase with the same documents. And then we would basically build that AI
Okay.
knowledge.
What we want to do is just hold off until you get a technical answer and a way ahead, because it may affect other applications. Christina, do you have any comment on that?
I don't think
And,
that it will affect the other applications because it is a separate AI app on our build bus.
all right.
We can pick this up, everyone. Have a fun rest of the day, and hopefully this will all work out well. I'll talk to you guys later.